Good Wednesday morning. Gonna warm up some trucks here. Gonna load one for Boyd, and then he's gonna take it in, and I'm gonna go fuel up the RX out in the field. Ivan's been doing tillage, so that's getting low on fuel. Not scientific, but it works. Well, they're all good. Well, we got this old, not old, I guess this noisy auger that the conveyor is set up on the corn bin still. Stephanie put some beans in there last night, but we gotta top them off. This bin here is a 33,000 bushel bin, 42 by 7. Looks like we're gonna have another beautiful day today. Couldn't ask for better weather. Anxious to get on the corn here a little bit. These beans are taking a little longer than anticipated. That's the way it goes when you got a full season bean and take the chance of catching that late rain, which we did, and it really packed the bushels on. But the trade-off is you combine longer. Well, we're up here in Salem, made it to the tractor. We're gonna get everything fired up here and start pumping some fuel. Well, we gotta get the generator going, and then the generator powers the pump, and then we can pump fuel. Need to go on here and turn this valve on. This pump here. And then we're gonna put some def on. It gets so sticky. We'll check over the tractor a little bit when stuff's fueling up. Make sure there's nothing leaking, no flat tires. All the shovels are on. I'm sure Ivan will do his check too, but it doesn't hurt to double check. Everything appears to be good. Well, I'm gonna finish fueling here, and then I'm gonna head back to the farm, put the hose back in the tank. That way Bo can run it out and fuel the combine.
Okay, it is a little bit after 10 o'clock and we are getting started on some more beans. Bo and I have started while we wait for Dad. He is changing his spikes on the feed roll. There were some that were pretty worn out, so he is going through them at the moment, and then he will get started with us. We are on some mile-long rounds, so we are having to dump on either one end and then again in the middle. So grain cart tractor is going pretty steady, which keeps me busy. We've had the northern lights out the last 2 nights, and so the solar flares have been messing with our GPS, moving our line all around. So Bo's header is got about an extra foot on it that it's not using.
fixed.
What'd you break?
One of the little clips that
Well, that's it.
Just
Yeah.
souvenirs.
you got here for the end of it. It only took 5 minutes, if that. So, here we go.
What are we doing? We're gonna go get a header?
Yep. We gotta go
A header
fetch
and a
Bo.
truck?
Yep.
We gotta go get Bo's header. And Dane's truck. Waiting on Daner. About time. Been waiting. It's like waiting on a woman. It's waiting on Daner.
Oh, come on. Not even close.
So, we're getting down there on the beans. We're on our last field that is ready. What would you say that is, Daner? 60, 80 acres?
Yeah, 68.
And the other field that we have left to do was tried it yesterday, a little too wet. I think it was like 15%. And then the other field is still a little too green. Got seeded a lot later. Okay. Get this thing hooked up. I'll show you. It's so easy that a girl can do it. Oh, she's long enough. Oh no. He's got to back up. Or you know what? You could just pull it.
Yeah, you're the one driving. You get in the seat.
Fine, I'll get in the
Give me the
seat.
camera.
Okay.
Look what you did the other day.
What did I do?
You smashed it.
I did?
Yeah.
With what?
This. You're backing up and I was trying to get you to whoa.
Oh.
Whoa, horsey. And bang, she went. There. Ta-da. Not half bad for here.
Yeah, not to do it. Hey, you want to shut my door on this side?
Yep.
Okay. All right, we're off.
Well, today, Dane's a millwright. Putting in a jumper auger from this wet bin here to this bin here. A lot of angles and all kinds of stuff going on here. It's gonna have a tube that goes down in there, and then I'll pivot so we can still swing this out of the way. Look at that, there it is. Looks pretty damn snazzy. Then he's gonna bevel some stuff in the inside.
I think that's gonna sound easier than it's gonna be.
Well, you got all your tools out here.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you get at it. Okay, so what we're doing here is I had the guys help me this morning, and we shoveled all the wheat. This is the Shivers dryer bin. Shoveled all the wheat to the center, cleaned it all out, so now it's ready for corn. I have to go up there and grease that. There's a bearing up there on the top of this auger. I gotta climb up there and ladder and grease it. That's probably my least fun job. And then the gearbox, throw some grease on that. Dad, Bo, and Stephanie, they're out in the field. They're just starting on corn again this morning. So we got about 40 acres done yesterday. I did a whole bunch of CRP burning. I am so sorry I forgot you guys. I was in such a mad dash to get out of there that I left the camera. So sorry about that. But you burn one field, you've seen them burn. So anyway, I'm gonna get this stuff put away and cleaned up and finish greasing, and then Dane's gonna get that transfer system finished, so then we can start transferring corn into the bin. Just so you know too, the corn is actually down to about 19.5%, so it's plenty dry. One thing I would like to add though, the Estes 3 concaves that we're running, very nice quality. Very nice quality, even in drier corn. I'll touch more on that later when I'm out in the field. We'll look at some samples and stuff like that, but that's for a little later. But I gotta get going. Show you what Dane got done here on the transfer auger. There's our setup. It should work. It'll pivot here, or we can unbolt it and take it off. So, and then we're gonna put belting on here all the way around, and then we're gonna do some trimming so it slides up under there, and that should get us what we need. So then we're gonna put bolts in there and bolt the canvas, and then the canvas has got the swather canvas has got ribs in it, so that way it'll help hold itself up. What's your thoughts on this project, Dane?
Can't ask me that.
I thought you did good.
Ask me on Monday.
He got all this done here, which is really nice. And then we put this on here. So we got the canvas from the swather and poor man's jumper auger. It ain't no drag conveyor, but it'll work. So we're just waiting for the electrician to come back. He messed up the wiring here, so nothing turns on right. This turns on, that does not turn on. When I try to turn that on, that thing turns on, that bin. So this is not right. But hopefully he's here yet this evening and we can get it going. But yeah, all right, that's all I got for you right now. Well, good morning. Trying to get the dryer going here. Got a few issues. We had some stuff rewired, and anyway, there was some switches that were kind of stuck and whatever, and I guess there was a contactor that was not right or burnt up or whatever, and so they came out last night, got that going. So then this morning I was going to come out here and get the dryer going. I started transferring grain, and then now that motor doesn't want to work. So we're going to put a new motor on it. It worked, and then it got hot, and then it quit. So on further inspection, Dad came over here and pulled the cover off. I was up on top of the bin. Here's the water line right here. This thing sat with water in it this high. When we pulled the cover out, the water just come running out. So how that much water got in there, I have no idea. But I guess the guy's gonna have to go along and put silicone on top of these things or something. I'm gonna pull the wires apart here and then get ready for the new motor. Dad ran to town to get a new motor, and we'll do that, and then maybe we can, maybe not, we can fix this one up and keep it as a spare. So we're gonna go put these in the bin shack. It's always good to have a whole slew of belts. Seems like we always go through a bunch for some reason. Well, I know why. It's because we got everything's on a frickin' motor, and we need to redo the bin site for sure. So next year we are looking for a new dryer. We're gonna be looking for a different dryer. Don't really have a company in mind yet, but we are looking at a mixed flow system, whether it be Sukup or Grain Handler or GSI, or I don't know, whoever's, I haven't looked at a lot of them, AGI, I don't know. There's a lot of different companies, but I think what we're going to be doing is looking for a mixed flow. We're to the end of its life here. The dryer was rebuilt last year, and we'll run another season through it here, and obviously we're going to finish running corn through it, and I think that's going to be it for this dryer. So if anybody out there has got any suggestions on a certain type of dryer they like, or what works really good for them, we'd like to see close to 2,000 to 1,500 bushels an hour is what we're looking for. That's a moving target, I understand that, but if anyone's got any suggestions, or if you're a contractor or a dealer or whatever and want to reach out and talk to us a little bit, we'd be open to that. So anyway, just putting it out there. Okay, Dad went to get bolts. We're gonna slam some bolts in there. I am gonna get this on quick, and then once we get it all bolted on, then we'll move the pulley where we want it. and that's that. Gonna line up the pulley and the two pulleys, get them lined up here, and then get these snug down, and then I can start. I'm gonna poke some wires in and start on that one. Dad's getting it straightened out here. Let's see, hold on. One of these has got some gunk in it. This one of them's good. Okay. Dad says I'm gonna fry the motor.
Yeah. Well, you keep cutting all the labels off.
It's done. It works. We're ready to start drying again.
Well, we started corn. We started corn last night just to get the combine set up to see what the moisture was. And we're still running one combine today because Mark and Dane are at the bin site right now getting that ready. And then once that's ready, then we can get two combines going. But everything's going good so far. We have some nice weather and the corn's ready. And the moisture on this stuff right now that we're taking off is around 18. And we will dry it down to, I think we really want it at 14.5 to 15, somewhere in there. So it'll zip through the dryer pretty quick, which is a good thing, because then our dryer won't get full. And we'll be able to keep going. But we do have that bagger, so if it does get to the point where the dryer is too full or the wet bin's full, we'll just start bagging it. We're able to clip along here pretty good. Our ground speed right now is almost 5.5 miles per hour. So we can, once we get this other combine out here, we get two going, we will be able to knock out a lot of acres. So I was just thinking, what are some things that you guys would like to see during corn harvest? What interests you? What do you want to know? Give me some ideas so that I can provide content for you guys that you would like to see. Let me know in the comments below, and then we can kind of put something together for next week's video. Oh, and then while I'm on the subject of asking for things, merch still available. Website in the description. There's still things left. We've got sweatshirts, mugs, t-shirts, hats. Yeah, so I'll probably hand this camera over to Dad so that you guys can get a little insight of the combine.
Good helper. Corn in there, isn't there? Yeah, we're picking corn. Day 2. Been going pretty smooth. Been some beautiful weather. Must have been 60 degrees today, right? Nice harvest weather. Dry, sunny, light breeze. We're just kind of getting rolling good here. And yield is about, well, I did a field earlier here, and that one was above what we expected, but this one here is about what we projected it would be. So I guess that's okay. The meet or exceed is always good. We'll go for a little while yet tonight, and then we'll call it a night, won't we? Are we going to call it a night? Say hi. He's learning. He's learning. Oh, I forgot to say moisture's been around 18.5, 19. So that's been a pleasant surprise for us. Anyway, normally this early on we're usually in the low 20s.
Well, doing some shop stuff. Guys are still out combining, but we got a truck that's down, U-joint. we're back in the shop here. Let's put this U-joint in. Get this big old hog put in there. Which is not easy as I thought. Oh. Oh boy. That's not going together like I thought. Just got these little rubber things on there. It's not gonna have them anymore. Okay. Try her again. I think we're good. Whew. She's in. So now we just need to make sure this knuckle is lined up with this knuckle, and then we can put it in. So well, she's in, just like new.